After a decade of working with thousands of women, I know for a fact that the reason why you are not having and getting your dream body is not because you're unmotivated or lazy. It's because you are not doing the right things. It is frustrating. It is annoying. It is honestly just so disheartening to be working out and to be thinking that you're eating all of the right things and making these sacrifices, and yet you're still not seeing any change in your body. It is so common and you are not alone. I know this feeling better than anyone because I truly lived it. There were years in my late 20s into my 30s where I felt like, again, I was doing everything right, but I still was not seeing the results or feeling confident in my body, which is really the most important thing. I felt stuck, I felt discouraged, and for me, it was kind of embarrassing because this is what I do. Yet, I couldn't really crack the code for myself. Yes, I can teach all of the workouts and do all these amazing things. It wasn't the workout that was the issue for me. There are underlying layers as to why you are not getting your dream body. And today we are going to dive into that. So let's get into the nitty-gritty and break down 10 reasons why you're feeling stuck and cannot achieve your dream body. By the end of this video, I want you to see your journey differently and also understand that your dream body, I promise, is not out of reach. It just requires small shifts with your habits in the right direction. So let's get into it. You are not doing the right type of workouts, and you wanna know why? Because of social media. Because of all the propaganda that we see every single day, we are in our Pilates era. Pilates is having a moment, and yes, I love Pilates. I teach mat Pilates on my platform. I love incorporating low impact movement, lighter weights, focusing on posture, mobility, really sculpting and strengthening the core. But Pilates is not the foundation of movement that most women need. Part of the issue with this is that the Pilates body has literally become a phenomenon, and for whatever reason, people are brainwashed to believe if they go to reformer classes, if they go to these mat Pilates studios and film their workouts on Instagram and then post them, that they're just gonna magically, after a couple weeks, couple months, have this Pilates body. But that is not how it works. For women who are naturally thinner, slimmer, yes, Pilates is a really great way to just get stronger, longer, leaner. But most women are not blessed genetically with that long, lean Pilates body. We gotta put in the work, and it starts with strength training. Strength training is so underrated. I know that for a while, it kind of actually had its moment. Now Pilates has overtaken it, but we need to build strength, and we do that with lifting weights. And I'm not talking bodybuilding. Like on my app Shape, I have strength workouts. Our sculpt sessions are all strength-based. So we're using dumbbells. You can use kettlebell, whatever you want. We're picking up weights. And that is how you truly recomp your body. What does recomp mean? It means you're building muscle and you're dropping fat. That is how you get that toned and sculpted look. When I see, I'm even still shook, when I see my members' transformations, their before and after photos, I am like, wow, my workouts did that. And it's because these individuals, all of these women are following an actual program. They're following a plan of movements and exercises and workouts that actually make sense and that will actually give them results, because I am a professional. So just because you're working out every day, going to Barry's boot camp and then Soul Cycle and Pilates class and this and that and boxing and jumping all around town, being active, like, yeah, that's amazing, but you need to bring it back to the basics. You need to focus on your foundation, which will be strength training. Add low impact accessory work to that. Yes, amazing Pilates 2 times a week. And I promise that way you will start seeing results and that fat will literally start melting off. Now let's go a little bit deeper. So many people are stuck in the same routine, not just in fitness and wellness, but in life. You may be showing up every day to a job you don't love, exhausted, stressed, or just overall generally feeling like you don't have any time for yourself. I've been there. I used to feel like I was just going through the motions, like I was working just to make money, but I didn't feel fulfilled prior to me getting into fitness full time. I actually went to school and had planned to be a teacher before transitioning into my career in fitness because I always just had this passion for teaching people, leading people, having them learn from me and my expertise, because being able to teach someone something, until you do it, you don't know how gratifying that feeling is. It feels so good to make someone else understand and also feel so good. The turning point for me was when I realized I didn't just want to work, I wanted to impact and I wanted to be passionate about it. I was craving this feeling of waking up every day so excited to go to work, enjoying every little single moment. And I wanted to know that what I'm doing every single day mattered to someone else and made that difference for them. So when I became a trainer full time, that is exactly what happened. And that is exactly why I am so excited. Today's video is sponsored by ISA, the International Sports Sciences Association, because this literally could be the bridge for some of you to turn your passion for fitness into a full-time career and actually do something that you love. Their certifications are 100% online, self-paced, and self-study, which means you can do it anytime, anywhere from your phone, from your laptop, computer, and you can get certified in under 90 days. And also no weekend course, because a weekend course, in my opinion, to be a trainer or an instructor after a 3-day intensive weekend, it doesn't count. It is not the real deal. The certifications that are offered from the International Sports Sciences Association are the real deal. Once you're certified, you can join ISA's Career Connect community. It's designed to help you actually find real jobs in your area. So you're not just getting the certification and then struggling to find a job after. ISA has over 10,000 gym partners and there are over 73,000 open trainer jobs right now. And here is the best thing ever about their certifications. If you get certified and you do not get a job, you get your money back. Like what? That's amazing. This only applies for the US. It's literally the #1 job guarantee in the fitness industry. Having a career in fitness changed my life, and it can change your life too. If you're ready to turn your passion into a career or even just a part-time side hustle where you're helping other people transform their lives, their bodies, their mindsets, literally everything from a holistic approach, head to joinisa.com/Kelsey Rose and use code Kelsey Rose to get $100 off select trainings. So definitely make sure to check out ISA. I will leave the link as well below in the description. This is one of the most common mistakes I see in women. We automatically think that if we want to get smaller, we need to eat less. I will give you a great example. I went for lunch with a friend last week. It was 3 p.m. and she came to the place where we were having lunch and she was like, I am starving. I have not ate today. And I'm like, why have you not ate? It is literally 3 p.m. She's like, oh, I was on vacation. I gained a couple pounds and I'm just trying to eat less. And I'm like, girl, that is not how it works. But it makes sense to me that that's what people think they need to do in order to lose weight. But here's the thing, your body doesn't want less, it just wants enough and enough of the right things. So she would have been so much better off to have a high protein, low carb breakfast, maybe with some fruit and vegetables, be full and satiated from the morning until the afternoon, showing up at our lunch, because at our lunch, she ate a salad bowl, yes, is healthy. And then we had some treats after. We had some desserts. I'm gonna put a picture here literally of what we ate. But she's like eating so much of it because she's so hungry. So you see how that can backfire? When you start under eating for a prolonged period of time, your metabolism starts to slow down. Your body will begin to hold on to food in fear that you're not going to feed it. And most likely your hormones are going to be fully out of whack. Protein is especially important because it is what your body needs in order to build and maintain lean muscle mass. I know I mentioned Pilates is having its moment right now, but so is protein, but for good reason. You will start to notice when you make that shift from a low protein diet to a high protein diet, you will see and feel how everything changes. You are more satisfied and less likely to reach for snacks and other garbage throughout the day. Your hormones will begin to get into balance. Your sleep will be better. It literally impacts every single aspect of our lifestyle. Without enough protein, your body will begin to break down muscle tissue to use as energy, which unfortunately makes it even harder to burn fat. So if you want that toned and sculpted look, you need to be eating properly. I'm actually going to link a 7-day meal plan. I'm going to do you a favor, okay? From our 21-day Train Like an Angel program, I had Steph Robinson, who is a certified nutritionist, make a 21-day meal plan. I'm gonna give you 7 days for free. Only my Shape members can access this, so check it out below. It's for your eyes only, and it's a little treat from me to you to motivate you and encourage you to eat a well-balanced, healthy, high-protein, whole food-focused diet. You might be doing the workouts, eating the meals, literally ticking every box, but your nervous system is fried. Why? Because you are always in a state of overload. Let's all take a deep breath together. Your body cannot differentiate between the stress from your job, from your relationship, or your workouts. It's all the same signal. I do not feel safe. And when your body doesn't feel safe, it is really hard to lose weight and to drop fat. Cortisol is spiked. Again, hormones are off balance, and you're in this constant state of fight or flight. For me, I was inflamed for a lot of years. Again, if you look at my before photos, you can even just tell by looking at my face, like I was even just puffier in my face because I was just stressed chronically. I lived in a city that I didn't love to live in. I kind of felt like I was in this rat race of doing the same thing, the same routines every single day. I was in a toxic relationship and I just was not in a good place in my life. So my cortisol, my stress was high. I was also overtraining, undereating, doing all of that. And that was also contributing to it. But mentally, I also just was not in a good place. But once I actually started to take action and kind of take back my power and make changes in my life, which allowed me to not be as stressed and to actually enjoy my life and make the choices that brought me joy, that is when weight literally began to melt off. So no, sometimes you don't need to push harder. Sometimes you literally need to slow down. Sometimes you need to do less. And I don't mean do less necessarily in your workouts. Yes, I don't want you to overtrain, but maybe that just means saying no more to friends, to family, to external things, and just really focusing on you. Give yourself a moment, a beat, the time to refresh, rewire, so that you can then begin to start showing up as the best version of yourself, as this, like, I don't want to say new and improved, but just a more calmed, relaxed version of you. Like, that is the goal, to just be able to move and live through life with lightness. And that starts by really focusing on regulating your nervous system. So if you're always wired, anxious, exhausted, it is time. This is your sign to slow down. Go for walks, do a meditation, get some sunlight, because you cannot sculpt a body that you are constantly at war with. That was a good one. This one may sting a little, but it is so true and often overlooked by a lot of people. It's not even a thought. Ask yourself, are you going through the motions of your workout? Are you just working out, or are you actually training? What do I mean by that? Well, let's unpack it. Intensity doesn't mean doing more cardio or lifting the heaviest weights at every single workout. It just means that you are being more intentional when you are showing up to every single session. Feeling your muscles work, slowing down your reps, right? We want more time under tension in each rep. On top of that, you want to challenge yourself with each set. Every time my Shape members do the workouts, I'm always cueing, I'm always telling them, make sure that when we're doing our strength workouts, you are choosing weights that don't feel easy. When we're doing our sets, I wanna make sure by the time you get to that 12th or 15th rep, that you are like almost at your max, almost burning out. If you're doing 12 to 15 reps like very easily, it's time to increase. If your workouts feel easy, and that's also something that's so frustrating for me, it's like, well, I don't really get this feedback a lot. Or really, actually the last time I got this was a couple of years ago, but someone said that my workouts were too easy. I'm like, we're literally just doing foundational movements, squats, lunges, deadlifts, all of these types of things in our strength workouts. So if you think that that is easy, then that means that you are just not going heavy enough with your weights. When you're training, especially doing strength training, the movements that you're doing aren't really going to change. Yes, there is some variation, but those are our foundational compound movements that we're seriously going to be doing for the rest of our lives. So you need to create the intensity. You need to change your tempo. You need to increase your weights because your workouts should not feel easy every single time. At the same time, the goal isn't to be exhausted. It's to really get that stimuli going. You should finish your workouts feeling strong and accomplished and like you literally just had a kick-ass workout. This one's sneaky. We live in an era of constant novelty. New studios, new workouts, new trainers, new challenges. We're always chasing new. And yes, while that may keep things exciting and motivating for you, it may also be the reason why you're stuck. Every single time you switch programs, you are resetting your progress. You're never giving your body a chance to adapt. So real change comes from repetition, from doing the same thing, committing to a program. Transformation comes from repetition. That's why when you see traditional programming for if you have a personal trainer, the like real old school ones will do 4 to 6 week programming, meaning Monday, Wednesday, and Friday will have 3 days of different workouts, but you will do those same 3 days for 4 to 6 weeks. That is because that repetition is what will give you the results. I personally don't program that way in my program, although we're not doing the same exact workout week after week after week. It is the same style and we are incorporating a lot of the same movement. For example, squats, but in different ways week to week, because I find that people just get a little bit bored. So I like to switch it up that way, but foundationally it is the same. The goal really is to stick to one plan long enough to see your strength go up, your form to improve, and your endurance built. Real progress happens when you stop chasing the dopamine of different and start chasing the discipline of better. Run that one back. Everyone wants results, but few people realize that results actually come from tiny little quiet habits that nobody sees. You're not stuck because you're incapable. You're stuck because you keep restarting. It is all about consistency, right? So if you are going hard for 2 weeks and then you stop working out for a month and then you start again for a week, a day, 2 weeks, whatever it may be, and it's not even just actually with working out, it's all of the habits that make us healthy and help us lose the weight. When you're consistent with them day in and day out, the progress is going to be quietly happening in the background while you're living your day-to-day life. The other thing is that you do not need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just start building momentum. Maybe on day 1, it is getting in a 30-minute workout. And day 2, it's making sure you hit 7,000 steps. And day 3, you're hitting your protein goals. But then maybe on day 4, you're hitting your protein goals and you're getting your steps. On day 5, you're doing your morning meditation and also doing your workout. So we want to think about habit stacking and not go from 0 to 100. We're slowly integrating all of these different habits that just make us feel so good and so amazing. And consequently, in the best way possible, we're also beginning to build our dream body from that. When those basics become automatic, everything gets easier. I always say progress is invisible before it's obvious. Just keep stacking on those days. Everyone is obsessed with zone 2 cardio right now, and I love that it is finally gaining traction and attention. You will probably notice when you go to a gym now versus before, you used to see everyone running on the treadmills, doing sprints, or even just running at a steady pace. Now, literally, when you go to the gym, like when I go to the gym in my condo building, every single treadmill, everyone is walking incline. There's been a huge switch and shift from higher intensity cardio, even HIIT classes, and moving in the direction of zone 2 cardio. Why? It's because zone 2 cardio is going to, number one, be less harsh on our joints, on our body, on our nervous system, everything. But when we're walking, we're actually using fat as energy. So zone 2 cardio, we are using fat instead of glucose as energy. And that is why it's so effective. I find it so interesting because for years, people thought that they had to push harder, sweat more, do all the things in order to see results and to truly change their bodies. But your body actually thrives on balance and harmony. Zone 2 is where your body learns to use fat efficiently as fuel. It's where your mitochondria, your energy powerhouse, grows stronger. And it's also where recovery happens. I know that if I had a really intense training day the day before, like if I wake up and I'm sore, I'm not going to train. I'm probably going to do light stretching and mobility series on Shape, and I'm going to just make sure that I focus on getting my steps in on that day, and that is good enough. Maybe most importantly of it all, walking is sustainable. So it's where your hormones are going to start to regulate, and you are able to crave movement, do movement without the stress or the burnout of it. So I look forward to my morning walks. I look forward to walking after dinner. We're still moving our bodies, getting in that movement instead of burning out. You do not need the perfect routine, an exact macro split, or any fancy supplements in order to see results. You just need to bring it back to the basics. Master them. Train consistently, fuel your body, focus on mindfulness, get your daily steps in. We do not need to overcomplicate wellness, fitness, or seeing results. Most people stay stuck because they are doing too much, but doing it inconsistently. The people who do get results are the ones who are simplifying it, sticking to it day in and day out. If you feel overwhelmed, and I know that that can happen easily, especially with social media, we see a million things and they're all contradictory to each other, just bring it back to the basics. I promise that will get you your dream body in no time. Your mindset will always dictate your results. And that is not just with, again, wellness and fitness. That is with anything in life. I'll give you an example. If you're single and you think that you're not going to find a boyfriend and you keep telling yourself that all the men suck, I'm never gonna find anyone, la 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 la, this and that, you are probably not going to find a boyfriend, and definitely not the right one. But when you make that mindset shift and you start believing, you start affirming, and you start telling yourself every single day that you love yourself, you already have your dream body. You can see all of the progress and all of the hard work that you're putting in. You see those results. That is where the magic happens. If you've been stuck for a while, it's really easy to start believing, well, it's just my genetics. I'm just never gonna get that dream body. It's not in the cards for me. I guess I'm the exception, but you're not. Stop thinking like that. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it, and I am here to help. Because the women who actually transform are the ones who keep showing up when it's hard, who stay consistent, they put in the work. And most importantly, like I said, they believe it's working before there's any actual proof. That is how affirmations work. You need to believe it is already happening. You need to trust the process long enough so that your body can begin to catch up to it. Trust me, you can do everything right on paper, but if you do not believe in yourself, you will always find a way to sabotage progress. So even when it's hard, even when no one else notices, girl, keep going. If this video hit home, I want you to know that you are not broken. You are just stuck in habits and in patterns that no longer serve you. But from one girl to another, just start with one shift. Do the strength workout. Eat enough protein one day. Maybe it's just simply walking more. This is your reminder that you do not need to do it all at once. Just pick one thing and master it, and then begin to habit stack. So if you are ready to transform, make a change, but you need support, you need the community, make sure to check out my app, Shape. I will also link it all below. You can start first month free with code YouTube. And I am truly here along with the rest of the community to support you through your journey and hopefully get that dream body, that dream mindset, because we want to feel good, of course, from the inside out, that you have been longing for. So As always, thank you so much for being here, for joining me today on this longer chat, and I will see you next time. Make sure to check out my latest video here.